What is up, besties? It is your girl Karmic, back to you again with another video, and today you asked, I answered. We are looking at Matty Healys, his engagement to Gabby. I hope I got her name right. Gabriette, I don't know. And then I also had to take a look at how Taylor Swift is feeling about it, because I know that you guys want to know. And then I also ended it with how are her and Travis, and what the hell's going on? So, as always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. What is up to my besties? Hi, regulars. I love you guys so much. I hope you're doing well. Happy hump day. Like I said, in today's video, I just thought we'd do a light, easy one because this full moon's kind of making me tired. I looked into their engagement, how Matty's feeling, how Gabby's feeling. I got some tea that I was not expecting. And then I looked at how Taylor was feeling. There's sections, so by the time you see this, there's thumbnails, or there's timestamps. But yeah, what the hell? I don't know what else to say. So I guess that y'all are just going to have to watch it and tell me what you think in the comments. Have you heard anything? Because I do feel like we might be seeing blind items coming out soon, or some sort of leaks. So if you guys have heard anything, please let me know down in the comments below. But without further ado, if you're new here or if you've missed my last reading, I have added a new segment into my videos, which is going to be a message from spirit that they've been trying to get to you, because I know that a lot of people that watch pop culture readings, they may not be into spirituality all that much, and that's totally fine, and it's not going to be super woo-woo. It's just a message that your spirit team wants you to hear, or whatever you believe in. So, I don't know, your grandpa on the other side, whoever, whatever. So, basically, I'm going to click my fingers. We'll go to the general reading. If you feel drawn to watch it, then that means it is a message for you. If you feel no call whatsoever, then go to the timestamps, skip it, and go straight to the Taylor Swift part and the Matty Healys part. So without further ado, besties, let's get into it. All right, besties. So if you felt drawn to get this message, then this message is from whoever you want it to be. Your spirit team, passed on loved ones, whatever. So if you're watching this 3 years from now, that's when you're supposed to see this message. So this is timeless. But basically, we're just going to see what Spirit has to say. So all alleged and for entertainment purposes only, besties. No facts here. Let's find out what your spirit team wants you to know today. Sorry, my Virgo stellium makes me really particular about how many times I shuffle. All right. What does my... It's probably not smart, but I'm going to do it. Back deck. Okay. All right. So we have the Page of Wands, Five of Swords, and the Star card in the reverse. So there you go for that. All right, Spirit. What is this message? Are some of you trying to start like a new endeavor? This feels mostly business, but this could also be like a change in life, a change in directions, kind of the vibe that it's giving me. So for some of you, you might be wanting to pursue a different career because the career that you're currently in is combative, conflicting, kind of give me the vibe of either you have problematic coworkers or it's just a problem because you're not getting your needs met, you're not getting the money you deserve, you're burnt out. I'm hearing the song, I've been beaten down, I've been kicked around. So yeah, now I'm hearing I get knocked down, but I get up again. So I feel like you might either be in a work environment or just an environment in general that is, what I'm hearing, not conducive to your growth. And intuitively, you're going to know what I'm talking about. For a lot of you, it feels like career, but there are some of you where I feel like it's a energy kind of, like maybe you've been dealing with combative people and you might be feeling combative lately. But if that's the case, if you resonate with that one, it's actually because you're going through an up leveling. And if you're not into spirituality, I speak the English. If you're not into spirituality, then it would just mean that like I'm hearing the song, You're Not the Boss of Me Now, and you're not so big. So it's giving me this vibe of like, I'm tired of being walked all over. I'm tired of being disrespected. I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. So if I have to be the bad guy, if I have to be the villain, then that's fine. Because with the Knight of Coins being at the back of the deck in the reverse, this is giving me like everything I put into this, I'm not getting the rewards that I deserve. And it's 4:04 on my clock, which is about home and family. So this also could be relationship. You'll know what it's a event, it's a person, place, or thing in your life. Obviously, there's a lot of people that's going to watch this, so take what resonates. Don't let the rest take from you. But there's something in your life that is causing you a lot of mental anguish, a lot of conflict inside, and it makes you feel like you're low. It makes you feel like you can't stand out. It makes you feel like you don't feel like you're on top of the world. And what Spirit's saying is that this is a blessing in disguise, because it's actually teaching you stamina. The word I'm hearing on that song, stamina, what is it, like Sia or whatever? But it's giving me like today for tomorrow energy. So whatever we're passionate about, so say for instance the conflict is work, then whatever it is that we're passionate about, let's get on it. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, I can't speak today, full moon coming on Friday. If there is something you want to go for, this is a thumbs up from Spirit. So say you have a job that you hate and maybe you want to go back to college, or maybe you want to be an entrepreneur. Maybe you want to, I don't know, do yoga on the side, or you want to start a side hustle or something like that. It's a green light from thumbs up, or it's a green light and thumbs up from Spirit, because whatever this is, you know it's not bearing fruits with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. You know that you're not getting what you deserve, and it's time for you to walk away. For a small few of you, this could be a person as well. So if it is someone that you're dating, what I would say is, if that's the case, it's a situation where we're fighting a lot. We are not even agreeing to disagree. It's like it's constant problems. It's constant, like you're always wrong. You're never right. Even when you try to fix something, they're not hearing you. And it's like, why is there so much conflict? Like, conflict is the main energy in this. There's something in your life that's causing you a lot of mental turmoil. You know it's not giving you the fruits and the rewards that you deserve. And Spirit's saying that we're trying to send you a Hail Mary. And if you release this thing, we will give you something better to replace it, because you're telling the universe that you deserve better. That's universal law. That's not woo-woo stuff. That's energy liking like energy. Spirit's telling me to mention something that came to my mind recently, which is, I've found a way to explain emotionally avoidant and anxiously attached, but you can apply this to all dynamics, right? So think of water with an ice cube in it. The ice cube makes the water colder, right? But the ice cube eventually disintegrates into nothing. And a lot of times with relationships, even in jobs, right? The water is more so the avoidant, or the job that's just never going to change. And we are the ice cubes, and we melt and melt and melt, thinking that it's an equal exchange, right? But the water stays water. The ice cube disappears, which is kind of my intuitive nudge of like, we're losing ourselves. And we think that it's an equal exchange, but in reality, the water's staying the water. We're disintegrating. So whatever this thing, person, place is that's in your life, you're the ice cube, and you're exhausting yourself for something that's never going to change. Like, think about the glass of water, right? It might get a little bit colder because of the ice cube, but at the end of the day, it's going to stay water. It's the ice cube that loses its life, for lack of a better words. And so what I'm seeing is, you're the ice cube. You're getting sick and tired of losing parts of yourself in order to make whatever this thing is work. But what I'm seeing is, if you pull your energy out from this with that Page of Wands, you're going to get more inspiration. You're going to get your energy back, and you're going to feel like you can take on the world. So whatever this is, it might be scary to let go of, because it could be a relationship that you've been in for a long time. It could be a job that you've spent a lot of time in. But the main energy here is what energy you're putting into, you're not getting back, and you know that. So if you can have the inner strength to trust yourself and choose yourself, then this star card will go upright because you'll be pouring into yourself and the universe will have nothing else to do but respond to it. Even neuroscientists cover the universal law. It is a real thing. Conflict means that whatever this thing is, it's not for us anymore. And so it's time for us to let it go. And when we do, we make room for something that is a better match. Think about shoes that are a size too small. Why would you keep wearing those? Pay the money, make it uncomfortable for a little bit, because let's worry about tomorrow's happiness. And that's us doing the work today. So I hope that this was helpful. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys still enjoyed this segment, and I will continue to keep doing it. I hope that this will help you decide to let go of whatever it is that's making you uncomfortable because you've outgrown it, or it's just not bearing fruits and you know that, and you deserve better, and Spirit's bringing me in to tell you that as long as you let it go, yeah, I'm hearing the song, let it go, let it go. Page of Wands, you'll be inspired instantly because you'll be getting your energy back. You might be feeling depleted. You might be feeling burnt out, exhausted. It's because of whatever this thing, situation, person, lifestyle even is. Maybe the conflict is an inner conflict and we have to be nicer to ourselves and our self-talk. If all of these resonate, then honey, you might be just going through a whole ass expansion, which all Spirit wants you to know is that anything that's conflicting with you right now is not meant for you. And when you release it, you will get your energy back and you will be inspired to either create. If it's a person, you'll be inspired to date again. Or if it's a job, you'll be releasing it for something better. But you'll probably take a break first, get your energy back, and then it's almost like inspiration strikes. So when you release whatever this is, inspiration will strike, your energy will come back, and you will feel hopeful, like the glass is half full. So I hope this was helpful. But now let's get into the pop culture section of this. Let me know down below if you guys enjoyed this. I will continue to keep adding this. But without further ado, besties, let's check out Matty, Gabby, Taylor, and Travis. Let's get into it. All right, besties. So we are going to take a look at Matty Healys' new engagement. Let's see if, they're actually happy. And then we are going to just go from there. So as always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you in our little bestie clan. I feel like that's not the proper terminology. And share this video if you enjoy it. But without further ado, let's figure out Matty Healy and Miss Gabriette. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ugh. God help us. Okay. Wait, hold the front door. Is this partly a power play? Listen, I'm not saying that this is the motivation for the engagement, but this is almost kind of giving me a fuck you to Travis, because King of Swords in reverse, that's Travis. So, you know what it's giving me? I'm getting this vibe of like, I'm seeing Uno reverse, and I'm seeing like draw four, like the game Uno, right? Where it's like you're trying to one up people. I wonder if that was part of his motivation. I almost, what I'm seeing is like putting the, I always fuck this one up, putting the knife in the back or something like that, where it's like you went a little harder than you needed to. I know I'm butchering that. If you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments. But it's almost like he sees Taylor trying to excel. And from his perspective, remember, this is all these people's emotions. They are not my own. Feel your own feelings. They're not mine. But this is like, oh, you and Travis aren't growing the way that you wanted to. And here I am living my best life. But ignored intuition. I almost wonder if Matty... Is it possible that maybe she threatened to leave him if he didn't step up? Because I'm hearing Grease, you better shape up because I need a man. The Five of Pentacles is like, I don't want to be left out in the cold. And then with the Nine of Swords, it's like stressing about the past. I almost wonder if him and Gabrielle, what is her name? Gabriette? I don't know. If they had a conversation about Taylor, because it's giving me like come correct or don't come at all. I almost wonder if it's almost, I feel like it's coming more so from, I'm going to call her Gabby, because it's just going to be easier for me to not butcher it. But it's almost giving me the vibe of like Gabby being fed up of the fact that it's almost giving me like, why are you still talking about my man? Why are you still focused on my man? You got a man of your own. Why are you writing songs and making it about him? I feel like she came up as a Leo, so I'm not really shocked. It's mine. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song My Way or the Highway. So I feel like Gabby might have like gave him an ultimatum, or at least he felt like that was the case. Because it's giving me like he might have been like low key. I see him enjoying Taylor's fall from grace, if I'm being honest. Like, haha. And it's almost giving me like, why are you so focused on her? You should be focused on me. So I kind of feel like there was an ultimatum of some sort. It doesn't have to be like you either get engaged to me or we're done, but it definitely is like you need to reevaluate your values with that justice scale in the reverse. It's like if you really want to create a relationship with me, then it's you know what I'm seeing is Will Smith when he goes, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting from Gabby. So I think he felt like he was caught between a rock and a hard place. I have to dig in more to see what he feels about her, but this feels like I didn't want to lose her, and I'm stressed about what's going on. But I'm really concerned about that intuition card in reverse, so I want to pull more. Empress. This is giving me like, if you want a life with me, you need to cut her off. That's kind of the vibe. Because 3 of Wands is 3 as a crowd. Queen of Wands is someone who's sharp with their tongue. AKA, I got something to say and I'm not going to be silenced about it. So I think that honestly, I like Gabby. I'm not going to lie. I like her energy. I think she was like, do you want to lock this down or not? Like, are we doing this or not? And I'm going to be honest, didn't him and Taylor break up in 2023? So I do feel this is a little rushed, but that's just, whatever. Not my opinion, doesn't really matter here. But I think that she was just kind of fed up. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song No More Baby I'ma Do Right, where it's like, if you want a life with me, this ex shit shouldn't be involved. And honestly, as a woman and anyone, people shouldn't be talking about their exes and being obsessed to this extent. I feel like Matty really enjoys Taylor falling apart. And Gabby's kind of like, when does our chapter start? Why is Taylor still involved in this? Yeah, I think her pride was hurt. This is not what I should be pulling for an engagement reading, but okay. Yeah, what did I say? 2 of Cups in reverse. It's like, if we're going to endure, then you need to fall back and disconnect from her, or you're going to be disconnecting from me. Listen, I don't know. The 2 of Swords speaks for itself. Separation. King of Cups, emotionally depleted. I don't feel that Matty, I don't think he's very evolved, if I'm going to be honest. I mean, someone who's, regardless of how you feel about Taylor, if you're like someone who dated her and then you're preying on her downfall, you're kind of a piece of shit. Like, preying on anybody's downfall makes you involved. Like, it is what it is. But with the King of Cups in reverse, it's like, you're not giving me the emotions that I need. You're not giving me the support that I need. I don't buy that this relationship is healthy. The Tower card. Hold on. Everything I wish for didn't come true. I want my happily ever after. I'm detaching. These are weird cards to come up for a fucking engagement. Excuse my language. I need to work on that. And not in real life, just on YouTube. But it's kind of giving me also, like, maybe Matty's in this place right now where it's like he doesn't really know what he wants in life. Like, I honestly never heard of him until Taylor. So, like, is he touring anymore? Is he doing music or whatever? Because it's giving me, like, I need to grow up now. You know what? That's kind of the vibe. Is like, I need to grow up. I need to reevaluate my priorities. I've received everything that I've ever wanted and all of it's fallen apart. So maybe I need to detach from what I used to want and want a happily ever after. But I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure that he wants to actually marry her. And this could change, and it's still new, but this is not the best news, considering how new it is. But this is giving me like, I know I need to change. I think, see, here's the thing. I think that Matty, at least with Taylor, I don't know what his dating history is like, but with someone like Taylor, she bends over backwards for the dudes that she wants to be with, because that's where she finds her self-worth. And so when she was dating Matty, it was kind of this energy of like trying to prove myself at all costs. With this Gabby chick, she already knows her worth. She already knows who she is, and it's come correct or don't come at all. I feel like this girl forces Matty to look at himself and also either force him to grow or get cut off. This feels like an ultimatum. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if it was, I don't feel like this was like, you're the one, I love you, you love me, let's get married. This feels like, what the hell are we doing? Get over your ex. We better be planning for the future, or else I'm not going to waste my time. Which is a healthy, I honestly, go Gabby, I get it. But this is just really fucking concerning for an engagement reading. 8 of Cups, walking away. Ha! Ha! There she is. Hi, Taylor. Yeah, I think he's got an ick towards the idea of love. I think, if I'm going to be honest with you, I think Taylor gave him an ick too, because it's giving me this vibe of like, do I really want to date somebody who's going to just fucking cling to me again? I think he's an emotionally avoidant. I probably said that the last time I read him. He's still emotionally avoidant. There's some hang up with Taylor, though. What is this hang up? He doesn't want to change who he has to be, and I think he felt like he needed to change in order to be with Taylor, and he was not willing to do that. And I think he's starting to see, if I'm being honest, I think he's starting to see a little bit of that same in Gabby, except they're two different energies. Gabby is like an in-your-face, I'm a bad bitch, I know my worth, you're not going to try me, ho. Like, that's her energy. Versus Taylor in relationships is like, let me stage 10 cling to you, and then trauma dump, and then project all my insecurities, but please love me. And it's just, they're two very different energies. And so I think Matty's kind of in this headspace where it's like, well, I don't want to fuck up a good thing, but I also don't know that I'm necessarily interested in tying it down. I wouldn't even be shocked if this was like a drawn out engagement, or they jump into it real quick so that he doesn't have to lose Gabby. Because I think what his headspace is like, I don't want to lose Gabby. But it's not from a place of like, I want happily ever after. It's just that like, I don't want to go back to this. The Queen of Wands, the Sagittarius, the Taylor, girls that are clingers. I feel like this girl challenges him, and he likes that there's a challenge. He needs that in order to feel alive in relationships. He's not a healthy person. Like, honestly, not a vibe I would want. But he definitely felt like in the past he had to walk on eggshells for Taylor and to appease her ego is what I'm hearing. And he saw that breakdown, and it's like, I don't want to make the same mistakes. Yeah, I'm hearing the song, I don't want to make the same mistakes again. I don't want to fall back on my face again. I'll admit it, I was scared to answer love's call. I think he's still emotionally avoidant. I feel like I need a repoll. Hold on. Relationships, dose of realism, out of my element. I wonder, oh my God, look at how this says comparison. I wonder if he was like literally comparing the two, like in front of Gabby. And with that realism, it's almost like something shattered, and it was like, either you're going to treat me right and we're going to grow in our relationship, or it's not going to happen. I need to repull. We'll do a couple of categories for this reading. Okay, so I'm going to look real quick. How's Gabby feeling about Matty? Because maybe we can get something on this. So yeah, let's check this out. How is Gabby feeling towards Matty? Because something's not, the math ain't mathing on this one, y'all. Slow to grow. Slow to grow. Scared. Okay. But honestly, I feel like, aren't they kind of rushing the engagement? I don't know. I think she's afraid that he's going to have regrets. So it's kind of giving me like, I'm trying to trap you. No shade, but that's kind of the vibe with that 8 of Swords. It's like, you take your sweet time. You don't want to invest in anything. You got to make this is giving me hella Taurus energy. If you've ever dated a Taurus, it's or if you got as far as getting a title, it's like they just dragged their sweet fucking. And I feel like that's what she was at. I feel like she had a moment. She was like, I had it. Like, I'm sick of hearing about your ex in the media. I'm sick of her bringing you up. When are we going to start a life together? Like, this needs to change or I'm out. Like, I feel like Gabby had harsh words. It's because that ace is, to people that know me, with this 8 of Swords, I always see this as also an Ace of Swords. So it's like you're breaking out of your cage because you want to say something. So I feel like her stress about what's going on in the public, it was like, this is not going to ruin my happily ever after. So I think she kind of said some shit. Yeah, Tower card. I want a beginning. I'm not naive to what's going on and shit needs to fall apart. I'm not about to invest all my energy into someone who's still playing. Yeah, I just heard shots fired. I feel like she knows that there's still this like weird sexual tension between Matty and Taylor, because I think Matty gets off from Taylor being stressed out, if I'm being honest. And I think Gabby knows that, because I almost see him on his phone on the couch, like seeing, like he's scrolling through Google, and I feel like he's following the like news outlets that would bring up Taylor Swift, because I see him going through the Taylor Swift like news and like smirking and being happy about her fall down. And I feel like Gabby knows this, and it's like, maybe I turned a blind eye, but we're grown and I'm not going to keep this bullshit happening. So I kind of feel like this was an ultimatum engagement. I'm going to be honest. Or if it wasn't a straight out ultimatum, it was leading in that direction. Because with that 7 of coins in the reverse, it's like, if we're going to start a new chapter, you better be investing in me too. Diminished returns is literally on the card. She feels like she won though. But it's like a bittersweet. I don't even think she's really happy about this, because again, it's like, if you gave someone an ultimatum to get you a ring, would you really be all that excited? I mean, it literally says dampen joy. I think she's starting to realize that she has to put in extra work to prove herself, or to get his attention at least. Honestly, I feel like Matty is kind of, one thing that him and Taylor have in common is they like the petty shit. They just do. I don't feel like Gabby, she probably is into petty shit, but not, hey, my man is being petty over his ex. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, you need to make a choice. I'm telling you, are we going to create our own endeavor, or are you just going to keep being stuck on your ex? This isn't fair. Oh my God. I feel like this was an ultimatum engagement. Let me pull it. Yep. Why? When I asked how she feels, why is Taylor coming out? Right next to the 6 of coins, an unequal exchange. You're still stuck on your ex. That's how Gabby feels. You're still stuck on your ex. Even the fact that you're pissed and getting petty, like, that's still emotions centered around your ex. Yeah, you need to fall back. Yeah, I feel like they had a conversation. Yeah, in-house conflict. It was like, we need to talk. You need to stop being invested in Taylor's downfall and start focusing on where we're headed. That's the vibe of this. 2 of Wands, where are we headed? That's what I just said. Judgment, public eye. You're not about to make me look a fool. I almost wonder if this is like a bullshit engagement, if I'm being honest. I mean, based on how it starts, is not looking good anyway, but with that 7 of Swords, someone's fake. Who's fake, Spirit? Is it possible that Gabby wants to ride the coattails of his fame? Is that a possibility too? Is he more famous than her? 5 of Swords, conflict. I feel like she likes conflict, whereas like Taylor in the relationship was conflict averse unless she was venting. I think Gabby, is that her name? Yeah, is more of a, I'm going to tell you exactly what the fucking problem is, and you better act right, come correct, or don't come at all, is her energy. Yeah. I swear to God, this feels like it's an ultimatum engagement. It could be something like she had a conversation with him where it was like, you need to stop fucking focusing on your ex. When are we going to have something? And blah, blah, blah. And then maybe like a week later, he proposes to like save face or something. That's kind of the vibe of this. I don't buy that this is just, we fell in love. Yeah, Five of Pentacles is the abuse of power. She gave him an ultimatum. There's no way she didn't. Some form. Because the Five of Pentacles in reverse is I'm abusing my power. Over who? A man. Why? Because if you don't choose, you're going to get cut off. I feel like she told him you need to choose. Ace of Cups, I'll remove my love from you. Death card in reverse because you're not changing. Eight of Pentacles, I'm not going to be the only one putting the work in. Holy shit. I'm interested to see how this relationship plays out. I mean, if he stops following Taylor Swift stuff, he might be okay. But I know you all want to know how Taylor feels, so let's look at it. All right. So as always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. And if you still haven't subscribed, bestie, come join. Right away, I'm hearing the song Heartbreak Hotel, where it's like, here I sit, trying not to cry, asking myself why you do this to me. I feel like they're both projecting onto each other. They both like to poke at one another. They both do the cheap shots. Yeah, because since you're not around for me to tell you, baby, face to face. Wait, isn't that a song about writing a... Is Taylor going to write a song in response to this? Because that's going to be ridiculous if that's the case. Because, girl, you got a whole man. I thought you were happy. What the fuck? I mean, based on all the readings I've done on Taylor, I've had to make an own playlist of Taylor. So if you're interested, I have a whole Taylor playlist. But... okay. Why do I feel like this is like... Yeah, I just heard Sign of the Times. Why do I feel like this is like the year of Taylor's karma? It's almost like all the negativity that she put out is coming back to her. What the hell's going on? This feels like the year of Taylor's downfall, or like the beginning of Taylor's downfall. Will she fall like completely? Doubtful, considering how much, you know, her fans ride for her. But I've been feeling this every time I pull cards on her. It's like she's slowly unraveling. It's giving me Britney Spears shaving her head. It's giving me Amanda Bynes. Like, it's giving me like I can't function anymore. And it's like it's also about not being able to control the narrative with that Magician card in the reverse. It's like no one's seeing me as this perfect person anymore. I got pissed. I switched the game and I still can't win. But what she's not getting is people are aching for authenticity in this chapter of humanity, basically. And she's just not passing the vibe check. Like I have no animosity towards women. I don't know her. But every time I read her energy, it's like I wouldn't be her friend, because this is the type of woman where if you say something she don't want to hear, she could turn on you in a split second. And again, she's human. So, you know, therapy for everybody. Everybody in Hollywood, therapy. Like, this girl's not over it. This is giving me like, they're both projecting, because I see her being like, oh, you're doing this to get back at me. You're doing this to hurt me. You're doing this to, this is out of, because I wrote a song and now people are talking about you. This is because I'm being successful and you hate that. But they're both projecting onto each other. Ugh, God. Queen of Swords, I spoke my truth, and this is why she's making this about her. And the irony is, it kind of is, because I feel like Gabby gave her an ultimatum, but it's like, oh, I talk shit, so now because here's the problem with Taylor. Because she moves from an ugly place, for lack of a better word, from a kind of manipulative place, I gotta be honest, she expects everybody else to move the same way. So because he got engaged not too long after her album, it was like, oh, that's because I wrote this song and people know how you treated me. Oh, it's very self-focused. Honestly, like, I'm not saying she's a narcissist. You gotta, I wouldn't say that, but the way she makes things about her, it's like you're trying to get me off my throne with that crown there. It's because I wrote about you. It's because I told your story. She's not even sitting here thinking like, oh, maybe they're a better match. Maybe he's happy. Like, yeah, now I'm hearing the song. You probably think that you are better now. You only say that because I'm not around. Oh, God, this girl. She thinks this is a stunt. And I almost wonder if she's going to throw money to Bob. Oh, Taylor, Why do I see her paying paparazzi to make her relationship look extra special? I feel like we're going to, I mean, I'm at the point where I've unfollowed anything news related to Taylor because it's just so orchestrated. But this is giving me like, we're going to pay more paparazzi, more photos, more conversations with Travis. Let's hint at marriage. Let's hint at babies. This is giving me tit for tat. That's the vibe. It's tit for tat. It's like, I wasn't enough, so let me throw money to make sure that you feel like you're not enough. It's her wound. It's her abandonment wound. And if she would just, y'all, I know you hate to hear it, whatever. If she would just look at her father for what he really is and not what she's painted him out to be, this dating douchebags would end. But because she's put her father on a pedestal that he hasn't deserved, and her father does use her for what she can give him, let's be honest. If she realized who Daddy Dearest is, that's what I just heard, she would stop this behavior. But she'd have to realize that the person that fucked her over first, the main man in her life, it's her dad. But with this, it's like, when I touched that card, I heard the song, I'm Not Giving Up, No, Not Yet. Even if I'm down to one last breath. This girl, it's like, I'll go down swinging. I don't care how bad I look. If you hurt me, I'm going to hurt you worse. And I think she also feels like this is a masquerade. Because the King of Pentacles, he's in the reverse. So it's like, you're putting out there that she's the end-all, be-all, but are you even stable right now? How's your business? How's your success? Is this just a photo op? See, the problem is, here's something you need to understand about people so you can life hack them so that they don't hurt you the way that they do. 9 times out of 10, when someone's saying something about you, they're talking about themselves. Because here she is being like, oh, what, you're worried about your fame, and so you're throwing this into the spotlight so you're important again? Meanwhile, that's exactly what Taylor does. So listen to people when they yap, especially when they're coming from a place of pain, because they'll tell on themselves, and I just feel like Taylor's telling on herself. She's angry because she doesn't want to deal with the fact that she's sad. That's kind of the... It's like she's heartbroken because it's like, why? But it's so self-focused. And I think that Gabby picks up on this. I wouldn't be shocked if Gabby's like intuitive or something, because it's like, your ex is not over you. Your ex is playing cheap shots and you keep falling for it. And even humoring her is making you look stupid too. And I feel like that's probably part of the conversation they had. And so he was like, fuck it, you're probably right. I need to move on. But it's just still not coming from the right place. And so Taylor is kind of right. But it's not about Taylor. And Taylor sees this as like a slight to her. You're getting engaged to hurt me. Like that's... And I also see her comparing herself to Gabby too. Like, oh, it's because I couldn't be... Because I saw the pictures of Gabby. She's kind of got like a goth look to her. I see like Taylor being like, oh, so I'm not edgy enough for you? Oh, so I'm not cool enough for you? Oh, you like that pop rock alternative look? So if I was that, then would I have been good enough? This girl... just can't realize that they're not compatible. Like, you're just not compatible, and that's okay. But she's just sitting here like, oh, I wasn't good enough because I'm a natural, regular blonde, and I'm not edgy. Like, I just keep hearing her being like, oh, I'm not edgy enough for you. I'm not edgy enough for you. Like, I just keep hearing that. And they're showing me, like, Hot Topic and Zoomies. And it's giving me, like, bitch bet. This petty fucking back and forth, I don't know if it'll ever end. She feels like she's falling. Oh, my God. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song, I Keep on Falling In and Out of Love With You, Alicia Keys. When 8 of Swords is in reverse, it's like, I don't want to get out of this victim mentality. In success, if I need to be success, everybody else has to be beneath me. That's her headspace. So it's like, what do I do now with the 8 of Wands? What move can I make so that this feels like, you know what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is that freaking game with the ping pong ball and the two, it's probably called ping pong, I'm sure. But I just see it like, oh, yeah, me too. Back, forth, me too. I just wonder if she's going to pull some fucking social media stunt now. Look at how everybody's got 9 of Swords in their poll. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Her pride, yep. I think she's stuck in cyclical behavior. Not shocked. Her pride's getting the best of her. 9 of Swords. She won't release the past. she just clings to it, and it's like, I gotta be strong no matter what. I gotta look like I'm cool. I gotta look like I'm fine. How do I fuck with the tabloids? Guys, I think she's just... Honestly, I'm worried for Taylor because I just don't think she's well. I just heard the song, I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. Look, reluctant to change is literally on this card. Right now, I think she's brainstorming how to pique his interest again because she won't let it go with the 4 swords in reverse. It's like, oh, that's why I kept seeing like Uno and something like, all right, reverse, back to you, draw 2, bitch. Like, that's the vibe. It's like, how can I be the poison apple? The way this woman finds her worth in men is just, it's tough. It's tough. I just see her trying to pull a petty revenge shot at him. Yeah, I'm hearing kill shot in my mind. Ace of Swords. What can I do now to one-up you? I feel like she's going to parade Travis around even more because she's heartbroken about this. I don't want to deal with the heartbreak, so I feel like she's sad, but she like teeters between angry and sad because she doesn't like being sad because to her, her sadness makes her weak, which is so not true. You're just grieving. That's healthy. That's how you release things like this. But for her, it's like revenge, revenge, revenge. Got to get you back. Yeah, I'm hearing one way or another. This is like, how can I show that my man's better and that I'm happy and unbothered? This is just tit for tat energy. This is so childish. Oh my God. Every time I read this, I'm like, girl, just take a 7-day vacation at one of those resorts that call themselves a resort, but they're not, and work on yourself. Like that's but how does she feel, Spirit? I just heard the word leverage. Does she got shit on him? And then Knight of Wands. She wants to cause problems. This isn't fair. She's getting my happily ever after. Knight of Wands in reverse is ironically her. I want to be the aggressor now. You want to make me look like I'm this weak bitch? Let me show you that I'm not a weak bitch. Honestly, I see her comparing herself to Gabby and being like, oh, Gabby's tough. So that's what you want? I can be tough. Like, that's the vibe. It's like, what about Travis? Like, I'm going to have to pull for them because Knight of Cups, emotional inability to grow, and the way she projects it onto him too. She's like, oh, you're emotionally immature, you're doing this to spite me, but meanwhile she's projecting her own emotions. Both of them are a little unhinged, to be honest. I think that's kind of why they kind of worked well. They both like the petty energy, and I don't think Gabby's that type. I think Gabby, I mean, she's a Leo, so it's probably like, are we going to be serious about this and grow, or am I going to be fucking gone? But this is also another message of like, I need to look into Travis, because this kind of seems to me of like, the man I'm with right now is emotionally unevolved. The man that I want doesn't want me, getting engaged. Maybe I need to think about a new persona is what I'm hearing. Honestly, what I can't get out of my head is when Britney Spears shaved her head and was like, fuck it. That's kind of the vibe. That's the energy I get from Taylor. I think she's coming up into a fuck it moment. It wouldn't even shock me if she did like interviews or like podcasts or something where she just basically calls Matty out for his shit, but like she's leaving out the part she played in it. Like, I think she wants to go for the jugular because she sees this as, you did this to hurt me, when in reality, Matty was just dating. He's not even, you know? So, oh, here's Matty. You act like you're a knight in shining armor, but how you actually show up isn't who you really are. I feel like she wants to expose him. I don't know if she's going to do it because it's still so new, so I don't want to, I mean, there's a lot of wands, so that's action-based, but that's aggression. There aren't too many pentacles here, so I'm kind of wondering if she's brainstorming. But the moment I said that, I saw my Hitch scene where she's with her board of advisors, so I'm almost wondering if she's talking to her team to see how she could do this in a strategy way. And I think she's boasting it under the guise of like, this will get us more money, we'll get more exposure, but it's actually just like a fuck you to Matt for having the audacity to move on. Because look, 5 of Cups in the reverse. I can't, so neither should you. Page of Cups. what happened to the playful back and forth, but it wasn't playful. You guys were just taking cheap shots at each other with that Lover's card. I want to look at her and Travis because this is just wild to me. This is like a vengeful energy. This is like, I feel like she might hate stalk Gabby, if I'm being honest. I almost see her like looking at Gabby's personality, her identity, what she wears, and it's almost like, what does she have that I don't? And how can I become that? So I almost wonder if she has like an identity crisis right now, because it's giving me like, oh, you like girls with black nail polish? Maybe I should wear black nail polish. Oh, you like girls that are more aggressive and they don't act like the girl next door? Okay, I could do that too. This girl is always in competition with people she don't even realize she needs to be in competition. She don't have to be in competition with these people. Whatever. We're going to move on to, all right, let's find out. No facts here. How are her and Travis? All right, so let's end this with how are her and Travis for real. So as always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page, and it's how I can continue to keep making these videos. And if you still haven't subscribed, bestie, come on. Come join the group. Come have fun with us. Well, let's see. How's her relationship with Travis? I'm sorry. But look at what the card says. Wasteful attachment. I'm sorry. It's not funny, but it's kind of funny. Okay. Could someone be cheating? There's only one other way. Hold, let me pull more cards. Why am I hearing the song Smooth Operator? Is it possible Travis is stepping out? Look at Nine of Swords is in everybody's. Well, they all got one thing in common. They don't deal with their trauma. All of them. How are her and Travis? First of all, why am I hearing... Oh, I always confuse NSYNC with Backstreet Boys when I'm channeling. You're all I ever wanted. You're all I ever needed. So tell me what to do now when I want you back. It's almost giving me this vibe that Taylor might have checked out and now Travis might be chasing her. Because I'm like, who's the King of Cups? And Spirit was like, Travis. And I'm like, really? I think he realizes that she's losing the ooh factor in the relationship. I think because I'm hearing, I see your true color shining through when I look at that card. I feel like she's starting to realize that the investment that she made was a power move and not one of love. And I think that's part of the reason she's also projecting onto, what's his face, Matty. Because it's like, I don't have what I want. And if I was happy, I wouldn't be this bitter about my ex. I think for some reason, there's some pull that Matty has on her that I really don't quite understand, where it's like she really wants to prove herself. I feel like maybe he's one of the most avoidant men she's dated, and that's probably what it is, because a lot of these dudes see her as an opportunity, and like, you know, it's giving me Ari's boyfriend, SpongeBob, like, ooh, opportunity to grow myself. And I also think he's worried that she's going to leave because he's making bank off being her boyfriend. So he's stressed that she's going to cut ties. Because I see her being like, this is not paying off for me with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And it's like, with this Page of Wands right here, it's drawing me to like having a wandering eye. And it's like, where else can I bear fruit? Because notice how this is like black and white. It hasn't been built yet. I see her brainstorming like, is this really my happiness? Yeah, because I'm hearing the song, is this just real life? Is this just fantasy? Bohemian Rhapsody. I got it this time. But I don't buy that they're happy. In fact, I feel like she might have checked out and now he's chasing her. Yeah, she's stuck on the past. I asked about Travis. Look at this. That's Matty. He's a fire sign. I'm going to move this camera. I'm so sorry. This would annoy me, but I need to figure out how to make this better. Anyway, the way Travis is barely coming up in this reading because she cannot get over Matty. And this is also about, I think she's getting more aggressive with Travis. I almost feel like I'm hearing punching bag. I almost feel like she might be taking out her stress on Travis. Now, I know he's kind of like, he doesn't strike me as a very intelligent person, no shade. But when I read him, it's kind of like ooh, shiny energy, but not much else. I feel like she might be bitching to Travis about this. She's complaining. I just see her word vomiting and venting to everyone that'll be able to listen. And I almost worry, because I'm hearing the word ops, that she might be speaking to people that she should not be telling her story to. So we might get a leak about this, a blind item or something, where it's like, Taylor's unhappy with Travis, complains about Matty, or something like that. Or just unhappy with Travis, or just it's almost like there's people, I feel like she just can't help herself. Like, I'm being drawn to Mean Girls, where at the end where Katie's like, I couldn't help myself, I was obsessed. That's the vibe. It's like, I'm obsessed. I can't stop. I'm not happy with Travis. It's not fulfilling me. I keep thinking back to Matty. I feel like the reason she's hung up on Matty is because Matty is the only one that didn't fawn over her. Matty was like, meh, I'm gonna fuck around and find out. Not really shocking for Aries energy. Whereas most of the guys that she dates, they're at least swooned with how much they can benefit from dating her at the very least. So they put on this, I'll do whatever I got to do for you. Matty wasn't like that. Matty was just like, nah, fuck around and find out. And I feel like that really fucks her up, because it's like, why wasn't I enough for you? I've been enough for everybody else. Why was I not enough for you? Travis is barely coming out in this reading. Yeah. Oh my God. This is going right back to Matty. Oh my God. Inability to let go, even though she wants to. Notice how I said it's like she's trauma dumping everywhere. And look, there's a female screaming on this card. And then Knight of Coins in the reverse. It's like, I already invested. How do I get out? Ten of Swords. I'm stuck. I'm miserable. But I caused my own entrapment, for lack of a better. I feel like she's done. I'm going to be honest with you. Travis is just a Band-Aid. I don't think there's any emotions really. I don't think there ever was. I've done this reading a million times on their relationship. I have a whole playlist dedicated to Taylor at this point. And I'm going to be real with y'all. I think she wants it over, especially with the whole Matty thing. I think part of her thought that they'd get back together eventually. Because, like, I'm hearing, like, Daddy Dearest again. Did Dad not approve of this guy, or did the public not approve of this guy? Because it's giving me like, you did this to me. We'd be together if so-and-so didn't get in my ear. I'm wondering if it was Dad or her team. I'm not sure. But someone, maybe you guys already know this. I don't, sorry. But it's giving me like people were talking in her ear telling her not to be with this guy. She always wanted him. But the problem is she wanted him because he's the one type of dude that forces her to prove herself instead of vice versa. So where's Travis? This is more about Matty. I feel like I'm left out in the cold. This woman has a whole tour. She's worth over $1 billion, and she still does not feel like she's successful. She feels like everything in her world is falling apart. I don't think Taylor's okay. Like, I know you guys probably think that I hate her. Honestly, I call out bad behavior. That's it. I don't hate her. I want her to be happy. She deserves to be happy. And considering how much of a following she has, it'd be beneficial if she got her shit together, respectfully. You know what I mean? But her pride is going to be the downfall of her. Honestly, I'm almost wondering if she's going to slowly, not entirely cancel herself because she's got too much of a following, but this is like the general public and anybody with a sense of moral compass, they're going to slowly get the ick from Taylor and not want to listen to her music or not. This is like, she's going to fuck over her fans somehow. This is giving me like, we can't keep putting up with your behavior, Taylor. We liked you because you were the girl next door and now you're the bitch. Like, that's the vibe. It's like she's going to be her own undoing because she feels like everyone's out to get her. And kind of true. But I feel like a lot of it was either her doing or her team's doing, and she never did anything in order to try to fix anything. She just felt like a victim and went harder. You know what I mean? Travis isn't even coming up. How do I create my success? Resisting an ending is literally on the card. Travis is nowhere to be found in this reading, y'all. Where's Travis? Is Travis around? Like, are they still seeing each other? I stopped following because I couldn't anymore. Oh my God. No. Oh my God. Is she really thinking about reaching out to Matty? This is giving me like a, you know, have you ever had a, oh my God, this is so specific. Have you ever, because I've had this happen, have you ever had an ex reach out to you because you're in a new relationship and they'll be like, oh, I see you're in a new relationship. I hope that everything's going well. But you could tell that they're actually snooping for like information because they hope it's not over. Yeah, I'm hearing It's Not Over by Chris Daughtry. I think This Love Is Killing Me, But You're the Only One. Page of Swords is like a communication online. Ace of Cups is an emotional offering. I feel like she wants to reach out to Matty and be like, oh, I saw that you're engaged. I just hope that you're happy. But it's like with these tears around the wrist, it's like, come on, Taylor. Like, I hope that she doesn't do this. It's not a pentacle, so hopefully, you know, she thinks about that. But I see a screenshot. So if this comes to fruition, Matty would be the first one to leak that shit. Because just as soon as this became internet, it becomes internet public. So I don't know if Taylor Swift's team low-key watches psychics, but this is me warning y'all. Don't let her message her ex. Hey, that shit'll be on the 5 o'clock news. Yep. Wheel of Fortune, opportunistic. Maybe it's not over if I reopen the door. So you know how this is giving me that ex that always checks up like every few months. They come and reach out and they're like, hey, what's up? And it's just to see if the door's still open, not to actually commit to you. That's the vibe I'm getting for her. Like maybe the door's still open. Maybe if I reach out to him, it'll tug on his heartstrings. God, I hope she doesn't do this. Because Wheel of Fortune is like, it's got to be the right opportunity. She's looking for an in. What the fuck? Excuse my language, but God, sometimes I read these and I'm like, how did these people get so famous? They're unhinged. Yeah, cyclical behavior. It won't work. She won't rest in... There's no Travis. This is just Matty all over again. Anything about Travis, Spirit? Like, I'm just repeating myself at this point. Anything about Travis, Spirit? To my tarot readers, please tell me you got the same laugh I did. She don't want to be with him anymore. She don't feel like it's an equal exchange, and she wants to end it. But I'm going to be honest, I feel like out of the guys that she's into, this was probably the more, at least he did what she said. You know what I mean? At least he pretended. I think he was mesmerized with her, but I think at some point he got swept up in the fame. And I think for her, it was like, the irony here, I'm seeing the light and it's like, were you just chasing fame? Did you even really like me? The way this woman has no ability to self-reflect, but project exactly what she does onto other people is just wild to me. Like, yeah, everything I wished for did not bear fruit, did not give me the reward I wanted. This girl is completely incapable of being happy. I mean, come on, a world tour, a boyfriend, you know, $1 billion net worth, still not happy. Look at this. It's like everything I invested in is not worth it, but I'm afraid of change, and I don't want bad internet with the 6 of Swords in reverse. She might keep this relationship just for the semantics of media. I think she's already clocked out, if I'm being honest. Where's my king? I don't have a king or a Knight of Swords coming up at all. Where the hell is he? The only thing I got was with the King of Cups. It's almost like he's chasing her now. Yeah, because now I'm hearing the song, should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements even if it leads nowhere? I think he knows she checked out. I think he's just hoping that, yeah, because I'm seeing a rag being twisted, so it's giving me the vibe of like, well, let me milk this for what I can get, and then if she leaves, she leaves. Like, that's kind of the vibe. Like, I already got enough fame on my end, so like, if you leave, you leave. This is sad. Page of Cups is detachment, Jesus. Oh, here he is. I put my walls down for you. You're not everything you claim to be. And so I'm not emotionally invested anymore. I fought for this, but at what cost? And honestly, like, Travis doesn't strike me as a bad guy. I just think she likes toxic. Yeah, I'm hearing a song, I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic? He doesn't force her to feel bad about herself. And I think that's where the disconnect is. I almost think that, like, I feel like Travis is a very simple man. Like, I don't know why this sounds so messed up, but I keep seeing cavemen whenever I think of Travis. I think he's just simple, but like in a good way. It's not awful, but it's giving me this vibe of like, I'm not being challenged in this relationship, so it's not bearing fruit. But that's just such a toxic way to look at it, because what I feel, to be honest, is she thrives in chaos. I don't think Travis likes chaos. I think he's simple. I think he'd be very content with, having a football game, coming home, chilling on the couch, having a couple beers and watching TV and zoning out. I don't feel like he cares for all that shit. He likes the fame because of what it's doing for him. But when it comes to like relationships, he's simple. I think Taylor, unfortunately, thrives in chaos. And she likes people that make her feel less than, because then she has something to prove. It's like, I know I'm not perfect. Give me something to work on so that I can work on it. Travis seems to just care about her. It's probably not the healthiest, but I feel like he does care about her to an extent. And it's almost giving me this vibe of like, you care about me. It's giving me the ick. Like when you're emotionally avoidant and someone like loves the shit out of you and you're like, no. Like that's kind of the vibe. Yeah, because look at that. Lovers reversed with the moon card right next to it and the star. I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. This is not good for my fame. I want to figure out where to head next so that my fame can get back to where it used to be. Who do I have to become? What do I have to let go of? How do I become that it girl again? Oh my God. 3 of Wands. Someone's going to run. Knight of Pentacles. This feels like further on down the road, because I feel like Matt lit a fire under her to like re-show off her relationship. But when I tell you that, she just doesn't give a fuck. And there might be cheating, because the 3s, and then I felt something about that. So either, first of all, she obviously has a wandering eye because she's not over her ex. But I don't know. There's something with this relationship where it's just not, they're emotionally both clocked out. I feel like Travis might be chasing her a little bit just because it's like, I'm going to lose everything. But you're not going to convince me that these people like each other. I think Travis likes the idea of her, but I also think he's not one for drama. He's not a fan. Yeah, I'm hearing the song No Drama. I think eventually she's going to run. She's going to make some bullshit excuse where like, oh, our schedules weren't lining up like they did, or oh, we're both getting too busy and we're headed in different directions. But it's like, you clocked out of this a long time ago, Taylor. So yeah, besties, I don't even know, man. He didn't even come up in this part, really. The problem is they are emotionally done. Like, they're not in a relationship, emotionally speaking. But that being said, because Taylor wants to stick it to Matt, I do feel like they're gonna stay together. But it feels more like for optics than actual. I mean, y'all saw the cards. You could sit here and tell me that I'm wrong, but the cards don't. I mean, at least, I didn't pick the cards. So I don't know, man. I feel like this might be the slow and steady decline of Taylor Swift, because she might have to lose her shit to kind of gain a semblance of peace again, because I just don't think she's doing well. But usually when we all have a tower moment, when we hit the ground, when we hit bottom, there's nowhere else to go but up. And so hopefully she could see it that way. So I'm going to leave it there, besties. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to book a personal reading with me, the link to my website is in the description box below. Thank you again so much for supporting me. Thank you to everyone that likes, comments. I really appreciate it. Share it with your friends if you enjoy it. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Everything that you need is in the description box below. The decks, related videos, all of it, always, everything you need right there. But I will catch you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.